What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the first Outdoors with Creed Gun Talk edition. First of all, as of right now, I don't have any kind of sponsorships with any kind of gun companies or anything like that related to any kind of gear. So I won't be mentioning any of my sponsors from my fishing because they don't have anything to do with guns. So I'm gonna leave all of that stuff off of here. I won't be putting any kind of links for that stuff. You only if you want to check out that stuff, you have to check out one of my fishing videos to get the information on the sponsorships with them. And now let's get into it. I think for the first edition here, I'm gonna start off with the basics, and that is pistols. Okay, so for my concealed carry, first of all, magazine ejected, round ejected. Don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm inspecting, clear. My other one here, no magazine, no rounds in there. You can't see it, but I can. I'm telling you, clear. But first, I have my duty weapon here. This is a Glock 22. This is the Generation 4. I bought this gun 11 years ago. I'm thinking it's been about 11 years. Bought it brand new. Glock 22 is the full-size 40 caliber pistol. I've carried this gun when I worked for Alexander Police Department. I carried it for a while as a backup weapon and my off-duty weapon when I worked for Saline County, and I am now carrying this with me when I work for Hot Spring County. So this is my duty weapon, 40 caliber. Magazine size, 15 round magazines. That's standard issue for the 22s. Nothing fancy. I don't do anything fancy with my guns other than this right here, if I can get it, is the Blackhawk flashlight. My goodness, the lighting is horrible here, but this is the Blackhawk Xiphos flashlight that you mount on your gun. I got this flashlight simply because I like the Blackhawk Serpa holsters, and the way those holsters are designed, it only works with their flashlight. So of course I got their flashlight, plus it's something different. You know, most of the guys carry either Streamlight or one of those other variants of those kind of lights, and I wanted something different, so I went with the Streamlight. But I don't do anything fancy. This is everything on here is stock. This gun is exactly the same as it was when I bought it, with the exception of I went back to the dealer that I bought it from, which the dealer I bought it from, they mainly deal with law enforcement. It was a law enforcement store, so I got it from them. I went back to them a few years later and I bought the night sights. These are Army Glow night sights, and then I did order that plate there. I know you can't see that, but it's the striker plate here. The original one was black. I bought a blue one just to add a little something for me. It really serves no purpose. Other than that, everything else is stock. The only thing I might add to this gun is I might put a Laser Max guide rod laser, so it'll replace the guide rod that's in there, and then you put a laser one in there, so then you have a laser that's set under your barrel. So once it's set in there, it's factory set, and all you do is activate it. Wherever that laser is pointing, that's what you're gonna hit. My next pistol here, also Glock. This is the Glock 27 Gen 4. Both of these are 40 calibers. Again, night sights, the back plate on there. Everything else is still stock. I've had a lot of people ask me what gun would I recommend as a backup weapon. If you're on duty, my personal opinion and personal preference, if you're on duty, a good backup weapon, I would say, is something within the same brand that you already carry, as well as the same caliber. Here's the reason why. Okay, here is my Glock 22 full-size pistol. Okay, if for some reason while I'm out working and this gun gets damaged, or I drop this gun while I'm in pursuit of somebody or whatever the case may be. If I have my backup pistol, which is also a 40 caliber, I can take the full size 15 round magazine that goes in my Glock 22, and it will fit inside the Glock 27 and it will fire perfectly fine. So by doing that, if you still have extra rounds for your full size magazines, but you've lost your full size pistol, then your backup pistol will work just fine. Also, I like running Glocks just because Glock is one of the most widely used pistols for law enforcement use. And when I first got into law enforcement, I did have a different gun. There was nothing wrong with that gun. I liked it a lot. It was a 9mm caliber. It was just, at the time I was getting in law enforcement, everybody was using 40 calibers and everybody was using Glocks. So I wanted something so that way if I'm out in the field with other guys and I run short of ammo, or if they run short of ammo, I could give them one of my mags and vice versa. They can give me one of theirs, and that way you stay in the fight. Again, this is my backup weapon. This is also my everyday concealed carry weapon. I carry this one on my hip, in the waistband holster. I carry this on my ankle. There's a variety of ways of carrying this pistol on me when I'm out in public, and this one is mainly my duty weapon. So I leave it like that. I leave my stuff plain and simple. You know, I don't try to add a whole bunch of fancy stuff, because, you know, just because your gun's painted a different color, it's not going to make it shoot any different. Now, if you go out and buy your gun and it's in the desert tan color, that's one thing. But me personally, I'm not going to spend the money to have somebody paint my gun just to look a certain way, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Other than that, you know, like I said, I don't do anything different, anything fancy to my guns. I try to keep them simple. You know, as long as you have the basic skills with shooting, you know, your gun, you could have a plain Jane gun, as I like to say, just plain Jane black, and still be top shooter. You could go out here and have the fanciest, sparkliest gun out there on the range and not hit the target at all. So don't worry about the look of your gun. Work on the fundamentals of stuff. And I think that's about it as far as the guns go. One of my other videos I did, it was a fishing video where I had announced that I was working my way into the gun part of my channel, and I'm pretty excited that I'm finally getting to do this. Man, I'm hot and sweaty. We just got back from a softball game, but I'm excited that I'm finally getting to do this, to talk about the guns. I will talk about other guns that I have and what I use them for, as well as I will get into more tactical talk, tactical movements, more of my tactical gear, and, you know, how to work on that aspect, as well as some of the guns that I have that I use for hunting, for recreational stuff. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna get out here one day. We're gonna shoot some stuff, shoot some targets. Might even get out to the deer camp and sight in some rifles and some other things. So stay tuned for all of that stuff coming up. I'm not quitting on the fishing stuff. In fact, I'm hoping that I get some fishing videos out pretty soon. But whenever I'm talking about guns, I will try to keep fishing out of it, as well as, like I've previously done when I'm doing my fishing videos, I try to keep the guns out of it. So I will try to find a way to keep that stuff separated, so that way if you're only wanting the gun stuff, then I will set links so that way you can only watch those if that's what you're wanting. But right now I'm still learning this YouTube stuff, so please bear with me. But I will let you know when I have a video coming out for fishing, and I will let you know when I have a video coming out for hunting, or sorry, guns. I'm not trying to limit it to hunting, because if you say hunting, then you start talking about other stuff, and then people will kind of get confused. So when I'm talking about fishing, I'm gonna leave it to fishing. When I'm talking about my tactical stuff, that'll be my duty weapons and tactical weapons. When I'm talking about hunting, then I'll talk about my hunting weapons and hunting clothes and stuff like that. So That's all I got for this one. Stay tuned for the next one. Probably going to get into one of my tactical belts and how I wear my holsters on me for my tactical applications, and we'll work our way from there up to other gear and other weapons. So if you like this video, leave me a thumbs up. Make sure you click subscribe to the channel. Leave me some comments. I really do want comments. I've gotten very little comments on this channel, even with the fish and stuff. So please leave me some comments. Let me know how I am doing. I'm really wanting this thing to grow and be something much more and something bigger. I would really like to see this channel grow. So please leave me comments. Let me know how I am doing. I'll leave a link in the description box for Glock, so that way if you are looking for a duty weapon or a personal protection weapon, you can click on that link. Glock has all of their weapons outlined, what they're mainly used for as far as sporting or target shooting, competition shooting, or law enforcement and military use. So I will leave a link in the description box for Glock, so that way you can check that stuff out. Since I did mention the Blackhawk Light, I will leave a link in the description box for Blackhawk as well, so that way if you want to check out some of their other cool gear that they have, then you can check them out and see what they've got. But until then, or I guess I should say until the next time, be safe on the range, and I'll see you guys later.